This is the award-winning Lee Pitts Live.
Brought to you by the North Law Firm. For car accidents and negligent security cases, call Joe at 239-337-1191. By Crime Stoppers of Southwest Florida. Report crimes and get paid with nobody knowing your identity. 1-800-780-TIPS. And by Lee Health.
Southwest Florida, welcome back to Lee Pitts Live. We're here at the NAACP of Lee County's 2019 Freedom Fund Banquet. And we're capturing some of the sights and sounds that are taking place here with a spectacular sold-out turnout. It's always a welcome event. Ever since he's been the chief of police, we've always seen our chief of the city of Fort Myers, David Diggs, here. So we get a chance to get some words from him. First of all, welcome to Lee Pitts Live, my friend.
Thanks, my man. We're going to bump us in.
Let's bump you in, man.
Bump us in? All right.
I know you're all business. I was talking to somebody the other day. They asked me if I knew you. And they said you seem like you're all business. I said he is all business to get the job done.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And I like that about that. And I said that to him. I said, hey, reduce crime. He gets it done. Now, you move around relatively quietly, and you accomplish these things through your staff, your police officers. Were you surprised when you realized that crime consistently reduced in the area 3 consecutive years, or that was the goal and it was hitting the goals?
No, it's just the goals. That's the goals. That's hitting the goals, and it's the way that I believe in policing the community, and I don't tolerate the violence. And everything we do every day is about reducing the violence and making this community safe. So that's just nothing more than accomplishing the goals that were set out, and we'll continue to accomplish our goals.
As a law enforcement officer who is a chief, who is African American, when you think about the NAACP and what it meant to American around the world, what comes to mind for you?
Equality, opportunity, fairness, professionalism, a host of things. I can stay here and for 20 minutes and repeat various words and themes and everything else. The NAACP is the most prestigious civil rights organization in the country, and one of the reasons why I stay in contact with them is because they represent the community. And you want to make sure that when you police the community, you want to police the community and have their understanding, have their guidance, have their input in what's going on out there. So I'm highly supportive of the NAACP. I make sure that I meet with the board and board members on a continuous and regular basis.
Oh, that's good to
so
know.
So that we make sure that we police this community in a way that the community needs to be policed and should be policed.
What are some unique ways vis-a-vis the way it was being policed prior to you getting in that leadership role? Congratulations also on, I think your contract was renewed for 2 more years or 3 more years, I read somewhere. Mm-hmm. How many years was that?
2 more years.
All right, congratulations on that, and we hope it continues to roll over. What are some unique things that you implemented that weren't in place prior to you getting in that position?
Well, the first thing you have to do is you have to have the support of the community. And while we're not there yet, we work very hard and try to build the bridges.
You always say that. When are you're never going to say you're there yet.
No, I'm never.
So I should assume you're going to always be working to continue to improve and get better and better and better, right?
We have to.
Okay.
We have to. You know, when you talk about public safety is just not a police thing. It's a community thing. And so we got to make sure that we police this community and have the support of the community so that they'll do the things that need to be done to let us know what's going on in the neighborhoods. We don't live in these neighborhoods. Citizens live in these neighborhoods. We'll never know what's going on as much as the neighbors and the citizens that live in. So we need their support.
Okay.
We have to have their support. Policing is a two-way street. It's the public supporting us and us supporting the public so we can have public safety.
Okay, you say you hadn't gotten there yet, but you do see progress in that area.
Oh, absolutely.
In order to have that 3 years of consistent reduction.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. We're not there yet. There's still trust issues. There's still individuals out there in the neighborhoods that don't want to support us, that don't trust us, that we haven't built up that trust the way it needs to be, but it's going to take time. Mm-hmm. It's going to take time, and like anything else. But we're not going to give up. We're going to continue to do what we need to do to gain their trust and gain their support, and to be the type of police department that they can be proud of.
Every time I've come to these NAACP banquets under your leadership, I've seen a large amount of officers here mingling with the people. Just they seem like they're happy to be here. It's not like something they have to do. Speak to that.
Well, that goes again of trying to gain the trust of the community. We want to let folks know that we're professionals, but we're out here to protect and to serve them. We're not out here to harass them. We're not out here to do things we're not warriors out in these communities. We're guardians. Now, at times, do we have to be a warrior to help protect the citizens? Absolutely. But we want them to understand that we're their guardians, we're here to protect them, and we're here to serve them. Mm-hmm. The citizens of this community are our bosses. I always tell my new officers this. Saeed signs a check, but the citizens out here are the ones that are our bosses and give us direction.
You said from day one when you first landed, boots on the ground, I interviewed you way back then, before you even wearing your uniform. You said that one of the things you wanted to do was continue to diversify the officers that are on the street to represent the communities that they serve. How are you in terms of that progress?
Well, that's a work in progress. We're doing better. We're working very hard at it, but like other police departments across the country, we have not gotten to the place where we like to be. I believe in a diversified police force, and I believe we have to have a police department that's reflective of the community that it serves. And we will continue to work on that. We have some very good young officers coming through from all walks of life, from all across the country that want to be police officers in the city of Fort Myers. And we'll continue to work very hard to do that until this department is as diverse as it needs to be.
I want you to lay out some key components in a Sesame Street way that people can understand in terms of the areas that we had crime reduction over the past 3 years, where I've read and I've heard people celebrating the fact that we had 3 years of consistent reduction in crime.
Well, where most of the crimes occurring, where most of the violence are occurring, that's where we have the reductions. And we focused on those areas and the various policing strategies that we have, that we focus on those individuals that are causing the violence. We can't get all the bad guys all the time, but what we try to do is make sure we focus on the individuals who are driving the violence, who are driving the small percentages of individuals, because everybody's not bad in the community. You just have certain individuals that are driving the violence, and we try to focus our efforts on making sure we move those individuals from the community, because everyone wants a safe community, no matter where you live at in Fort Myers. And so we understand that, and we make sure that we direct our resources in those areas where we can remove those individuals from the community.
What has been the response from the community to you and your department? What motivates you? What inspires you? What are some feedbacks you've gotten that you can say, hey, I think we're making some respect here?
From everyone that I talk to who's been here for a very long time, from the NAACP, from some of the elders of the community, they all see the change. They all see the change. Now, they will let you know that you ain't where we want you to be yet.
Right.
But they see the change. And that's encouraging to me, because we work very hard to do that. But it's going to take time.
One of the things I admire about you is that you're consistent. I don't want to sit up here and butter you up too much, but I always notice that you've been consistent from the day you landed here, saying what you're going to do and doing your best to do your level best to do those things. And I respect that a whole lot. And I just kind of was so proud when your contract was renewed and the facts got out. I know I was aware of the facts because I talked to you over the years as you were continuing to reduce crime. But I was so proud when your contract was renewed. And so I was so thrilled to identify you as a Person of the Year for Lee Pitts. It's a surprise to you. Act surprise, okay?
Okay, all right.
And I want to present you with this award and simply say the Person of the Year, Lee Pitts Live Person of the Year for crime reduction in the city of Fort Myers and leading the Fort Myers Police Department in a way that has reduced crime throughout our city for 3 consecutive years. We present to Chief Derrick Diggs the Lee Pitts Live Person of the Year.
Thanks, Lee. Really appreciate that.
Say a little speech or something.
And well, like anything else, I accept this award not for myself, but I accept it for all the men and women of the Fort Myers Police Department who work very hard every day to protect this community and to serve this community. So thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. We'll be right back. Hello, everybody. This is Lee Pitts, the host of the award-winning Lee Pitts Live here on Fox 4. We appreciate you watching our show here on our YouTube channel. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, clicking below. let everybody else know that they can subscribe as well. Also, when we're on the air on Fox 4, you can also catch us streaming live at 8:30 a.m. in the morning on fox4now.com. Just click on live and you get us all types of ways at your convenience. That's Lee Pitts Live.